Good evening, everybody. My name is Sheila Hegarty, and this is the annual meeting of NILP. We first want to, hold on a second. As we begin our meeting today, please be aware if you need Spanish interpreters, you can go to the bottom of your Zoom screen and locate the world icon. And pick on the channel Spanish. That will allow you to hear our meeting in Spanish this evening. Our Spanish interpreter will now be changing to our Spanish channel, and the rest of our meeting in this channel will now be in English. This evening, we have reasonable accommodations of ASL. Our ASL interpreters will be spotlighted here in our Zoom meeting. We also have a CART interpreter. If you have the need to use CART on this evening, our meeting tonight, please go down to the bottom of your screen and click on closed captioning. Please be aware that if you are using closed captioning for our meeting tonight, that there is a slight delay between when the captioning is happening and when our speaker is speaking. As a webinar, all of our attendees are unable to speak or have their video viewed during our meeting. However, if you have any questions, please utilize our chat, in which we will then be able to share those questions at the end of our meeting. And if there are any pertinent questions that you may have, please add them to our chat and we will address them as best as possible. I apologize. I also want to introduce our team tonight of individuals that will be working with us behind the scenes. You will see some of us, but not many of us. Candace is our development director, and she will be here working our Facebook Live. If you are joining us on Facebook, then please be aware that your ability to be involved would be through the comments. And if you would like any kind of reasonable accommodations and you are currently on Facebook Live, please look in the comment section and click register to our Zoom meeting, and you can join us here and have ASL and or Spanish interpreters and CART for our meeting. Allison is our co-host today. She will be assisting me as we go forward in our meeting. And Mark is going to be helping us with our chat. So if there are any questions in the chat, you can find Mark in there. You can chat with him privately if you would so like, or you are able to just do it up regular, in which then everyone will see it and we will address it going forward. All right. ASL interpreters should be present on your screen at now. If for some reason you do not see them, I encourage you to use your pinning feature on Zoom. Also, if you are currently in the gallery view for Zoom, please turn your view to speaker mode, in which that should allow you to see the spotlight easier. All right, I would like now to give all of you our agenda for this evening. Our agenda this evening will start with our introductions, which I've just done, and then our board president, Chris McDeal, will start our meeting. Our executive director will go over our mission statement, and then I will have the opportunity to show you a video and a short slideshow. After that, we will then have staff awards and recognitions. And following those recognitions, we will have our business meeting and our election of our newest board member. Following that will be an opportunity for questions and answers and a short slideshow to end our celebration. We are very excited to be here tonight with all of you. And for that point, I would like to turn our meeting over to Chris McNeil, our board president.
Thank you, Sheila. Again, welcome everyone to our very significant annual Board of Directors meeting. This being our 40th year, something that we're all very proud of, and certainly looking forward to maintaining these same quality services with all our consumers for many, many more years to come. Briefly, I'd just like to highlight the pandemic issue. Obviously, as we all know, back in January, February, our world changed. And with that in mind, NILP had to change its entire our entire operating plan from beginning to end, top to bottom. It was quite an undertaking. A few examples being, obviously, the first one that we went entirely remote. So what we were used to doing for all those years with an internal system and walk-ins, we were no longer able to do. So beginning with, for instance, updating and changing the entire phone system and our IT network to make it more accessible for everyone was probably one of our first steps. But I guess more importantly, with June leading the band with the group and the staff, they were able to tirelessly work through some efforts being, for instance, like rewriting procedures and policies so that we maintain adherence with our contracts with our vendors, our annual contracts, but more importantly, staying within the state and federal guidelines, which we need to comply to. So again, it was quite an undertaking, and we're all very, very proud of that. With all that said, we were also able to not only sustain all of our core services, as I said, but more importantly, we're able to roll out some new ones, which you'll hear about a little bit later on in the presentation. And lastly, I just would be remiss if I didn't recognize the marketing group internally at our agency, and that would be Mark Wheeler, Candace Petulus, Sheila Haggerty, and Allison Farrow for their tireless work with putting this presentation together. This is a learning process for them, trial and error, so to speak, but I will say you'll be seeing it very shortly, and I think you'll be quite impressed. So with that, again, thank you for joining us, and June, I will turn it over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. And thank you for recognizing all of the folks behind the scenes today that made this a reality. To switch to this Zoom meeting was not an easy task. I've learned from some of my colleagues that, you need professionals to really come in and do all this and to manage, 100 people that could be on a call. But this team they just rose to the occasion. So great. Thank you for highlighting them. And thank you for highlighting NILP, their staff, and everyone that has transitioned so smoothly to working remotely. It has not been easy for any of us, and our staff have had to really dig deeper than they've ever had to dig to reach our consumers and to make sure that the services were seamless. So thank you. I'd like to now read the vision statement and mission for NILP. It should be on the screen.
Sorry, give me a second.
Our mission, the Northeast Independent Living Program, Inc., is a consumer-controlled independent living center, providing advocacy and services to people with all disabilities who wish to live independently in the community. Now we'll go on to our vision. Our vision statement was updated a number of years ago as we thought about how accessibility in our community has grown and differed. And so here is our vision statement. We are a community of people who open doors to create an all-inclusive community, free of communication, attitudinal, economic, and architectural barriers for all people with disabilities. Thank you.
Thank you, June. We now would like to show all of you our NILP video.
Before I lost my leg, my world kind of collapsed, and I lost a woman that I loved for 32 years.
Well, I like it here. I need help. I need services. I need whatever's out there for deaf people.
Northeast independent living they put me on a path to recovery.
I think our goal and mission is access for all. Independent Living Center means one thing: the opportunity for individuals to work with, beside, and next to another peer reaching their independent living goals.
We are people with disabilities. We're peers. We're working with people with disabilities around everyday life, everyday issues that affect us and also affect them. And that is huge.
When we say advocacy is a core service, we mean that we're here to help you advocate for your needs individually and to go to the State House, to go to the feds, to go wherever we need to go to make sure that we're doing the advocacy for the system.
They helped me find a place to live. You know, if it wasn't for them, I don't know what my life would have been like.
We help people to be independent. We open the door to opportunities, to possibilities.
Call us, email us, and visit our website to learn more about how we can help you, a loved one, or a friend. NILP, peer-to-peer resources for people with disabilities.
I hope you enjoyed our video. It's a video that was done in our celebration of 35 years of serving people with disabilities in the community. Now, we also would like to share with you a PowerPoint slide that our team put together to tell you a little bit of the specific impacts that our staff at NILP has given to our community tonight. Celebrating 40 years, NILP's 2020 annual meeting. Breaking down our services, fiscal year 2020. Information and referral. 2,226 consumers. I apologize. I'm going to redo that. It appears I went to mute something and I changed the PowerPoint on us. Breaking down our services, fiscal year 2020.
Desglosando nuestros servicios del año fiscal 2020.
Information and referral.
Información y referencia.
226 consumers served.
2.226 consumidores atendidos.
Community supports.
Apoyo comunitario.
26 long-term nursing home residents transitioned into the community with our help.
26 residentes de hogares de ancianos a largo plazo hicieron la transición a la comunidad con nuestra ayuda.
Personal Care Assistance Program had a 75% increase of services over the last 5 years.
Programa de asistencia de cuidado personal,
2,600
75% aumento de servicios en los últimos 5 años, 2.632 consumidores atendidos en el año fiscal 2020.
directly served students in 33 schools.
Servicios juveniles sirviendo directamente a
Provided
estudiantes en
peer
33
mentoring
escuelas.
and independent living skills training to
Brindo asesoramiento entre pares y capacitación en habilidades de vida independiente a 289 estudiantes.
Recovery Learning Community.
Comunidad de aprendizaje y recuperación.
Support to 1,000
Proporcionó apoyo entre pares a 1.393 personas.
partnership with
La asociación con NSCC ha llevado un programa de certificado de especialistas en pares de 16 créditos a partir de enero de 2021.
training.
Entrenamiento.
Education Division provided
Nuestra-
disability awareness and cultural competence.
Nuestra división de educación brindó capacitación en conciencia de discapacidad y competencia cultural a 553 personas.
Voting.
Votación.
Last election.
Las últimas elecciones, NILP encuestó 18 encuestas,
Yes, we will be
ubicaciones
there
en encuestas para accesibilidad.
in 2020.
Sí, estaremos allí nuevamente en noviembre de 2020.
Check out this year's annual report.
Consulte el informe anual de este año en el sitio web de NILP. Esperemos verles el 10 de abril de 2021 para nuestra celebración de gala de los 40 años de aniversario.
For our 40th anniversary gala celebration. Thank you to our annual sponsor, Enterprise Bank.
Gracias a nuestro sponsor.
Thank you, staff,
Inter-
for all your hard work. In
Gracias
fiscal year
al
2020,
personal por su arduo trabajo.
553 consumers were served.
5,153 consumidores fueron servidos.
I hope you all enjoyed our PowerPoint. I apologize for our quick technical difficulty.
Discúlpenos por las dificultades técnicas.
I am going to ask our Spanish interpreter if you could switch over to our Spanish channel as we can hear you on our English line. Thank you. All right, now we are going to turn our meeting over to June.
Ahora vamos a...
You are still on the Spanish interpreter, you're still on our English line?
I am on the Spanish channel.
Okay, let me get June. We have you coming up, and we will be
June. Vamos a enfocar en June. Y está en el spot.
Thank you, Sheila.
Gracias, Sheila.
And let us start now with the important recognition
Vamos a
of
empezar
our
ahora
staff
con las
members.
con
We have
los
some staff
reconocimientos
members who are
importantes de
hitting
nuestro
important
personal.
and exciting milestones.
Hemos
I'm going to
llegado
start with recognizing
voy a
Matt
empezar
Pellegrino.
reconociendo a
Matt
Mark Peregrino.
Pellegrino is earning the 5-year tenure
Mark
award.
Peregrino, él está,
He has,
él-
I feel a little funny even saying 5
él
years
ha llegado a
because many
5
of you
años.
who've worked with Matt know he's been
poco
part of the
chistoso.
NILP family for longer
que
than
la-
5 years. He actually started before me. He
Él
came
empezó
in
antes que yo y
NILP in 2006.
vino acá, empezó
And
en
he worked within the
2016
PCA program.
y
I
empezó
will
en el
say I had the
el programa
great pleasure
PC
of promoting him though.
y tuve
Once I
el
met him
gran
and he
placer
knew
de
all the great work he was
promocionarlo
doing. And he became a director of the PCA program.
y se
He
convirtió
then
en
went on to
director
work
del
with
programa.
healthcare companies.
Después se fue a
And
trabajar en
was
una compañía
very,
de,
very fortunate
de
for us
salud.
that we were able to
Fue
recruit him back in so that he
fuimos
could
muy
work in our
afortunados de
very
poder
new
reclutarlo de
program
nuevo
that is a
y él vino a
mass
aprender nuestro
integrated
programa,
healthcare model that
nuestro
really
programa de salud
binds together
que
healthcare
conjunto
institutions and
con
community partners.
instituciones de
We are
salud
doing
y
that special
instituciones
new
privadas
project with our partner, Elder Services of the Merrimack Valley. We are an
servicio
affiliated
especial.
partner, and they are the lead agency. It has been
Ellos
an
son
incredible learning
la agencia líder
and growth opportunity for
y
both our
había-
agencies to serve persons
para
with
servir
chronic
personas
conditions who are
con
identified in our
condiciones,
healthcare
con
system
enfermedades
as
crónicas.
really needing
I
community.
apologize.
Yes.
I need to interrupt. Our Spanish interpreter, we can hear you on our English line, and our ASL interpreters are struggling to be able to interpret on their end. Can you please double check that you are in Spanish, because we shouldn't be able to hear you on our Spanish line if you're on the Spanish line.
Sheila, excuse me, Sheila, this is David Bradburn. I just want to let you know, I was checking all
So,
channels
Matt, Elder Services, a
and
lot of
everyone
folks
is
are here from
heard on
Elder
all
Services,
channels.
Okay.
This evening, and Matt is the director of our
Matt es el
long-term
director
services and
de
support.
nuestros servicios a
He's
largo
made
plazo.
significant contributions to
Le ha hecho
NILP over the years.
contribuciones significantes en
Here it is on Zoom,
durante los
the
años.
5-year
Aquí
service
está en
award
Zoom
to Matthew
el
Pellegrino.
servicio,
Thank
el
you, Matt.
premio de servicio para Matt.
Okay. Our next honoree for tenure of service for another
El
5
siguiente
years
es por los
is
siguientes 5
Talal.
años, Melissa
Melissa has
Talal.
been part of our recovery learning community. She's a peer
Melissa es
leader,
parte de
and she has
nuestro grupo
been an advocate,
de
a
recuperación.
continuous advocate,
Ella
and a peer
defensora.
bridger. A peer bridger is someone who works with folks from Tewksbury
Peer
State
Bridges
Hospital
es una
and really works
persona
with
que
them
trabaja
to
con
bridge back into the community with all of our RLC services. Melissa has been a great addition to our team and has grown with the RLC over the past 5 years. And in fact, I think another highlight with Melissa's tenure is that Melissa is a continuous learner
Melissa
and
es
she's
una
pursuing graduate
está
studies
continuamente
at
aprendiendo
Northeastern
y
University.
está
So this 5-year service award goes to
trabajando
Melissa
para su
Talal. Thank you, Melissa.
Gracias, Melissa.
The next honoree for tenured
siguiente-
service with NILP
El siguiente
is
reconocimiento
Rebecca
para
Fuentes.
10 años es Rebecca
Well, I have
Fuentes.
the distinguished honor of
Tengo el
actually
de-
stealing Rebecca
tengo el
Fuentes
honor
and bringing her to NILP.
De que la
I knew
traje
Rebecca
aquí.
many years ago at Greater Lawrence Technical School, and she was just a standout there for many years. And I came brand new to NILP, and that summer we had our youth program, and the first person I thought of to ask to help with our youth program that summer was Rebecca. I called her up and said, Rebecca, please come and help us. And she did. She was a temporary employee, and then she stayed on the rest of the year to help our youth program, and then went on to many years, because we're now at 10 years of Rebecca's service. She served in roles with the PCA department, with youth, with the community supports, and nursing home transitions. So I'm very, very pleased to personally and professionally celebrate Rebecca's 10 years at NILP. Thank you, Rebecca. The next person, when we talk about tenure at NILP, this is incredible tenure. Nanette Goodwin. Nanette Goodwin has been with us and continues to be with us. I see you, Nanette. There you are. Nanette has been with us for 35 years. There's so much I can say about how when I first started here, Nanette was my rock. I don't know how I would have made it through those early years, Nanette. Oh my goodness, we have stories to tell. That is for sure. Nanette has served in so many capacities. She is now currently the Vice President of External Relations. She works with many of our independent living centers across the state and is very active on so many levels in the operations of this agency. So I am honored to serve next to and by the side of Nanette Goodwin for my tenure, which is much, much less. 35 years, Nanette Goodwin. Welcome and thank you for being here tonight. I want Nanette to say a few things too. We do have something special. 35 years, very important, Nanette. We have a couple of special gifts for you. And I want to be able to, they're going to be hard to see via Zoom, but if you are here, we'll make sure you see it when we bring them to you. In my video. Oh, super.
Hello.
Yeah. And can Nanette say a few words?
Absolutely. We'd love to hear from Nanette.
All right, Nanette, these are a wonderful gift of the Tree of Life for you. They are earrings with the Tree of Life and a wonderful necklace. Please say a few words. We all miss you so much, and we are so glad that you are 35 years celebrating with us tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm not able to be there in person, as all of you are not. These have been trying times for some more than others.
You're muted, Nanette. We're missing all your beautiful speech.
As some of you may know, I've been out on medical leave for the past 4 months. Looking forward to coming back soon. I don't know where 35 years have gone. I've learned a lot over the years, seen a lot. We've grown so much. Thanks to
we
June.
Are having a hard time. You are muted.
I don't know why.
I can hear her, June.
You can?
I can.
Can
And
others
the
hear?
interpreters can hear her too.
Perfectly.
Oh,
and the
good.
Spanish people, channel is working great. I checked that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. It's just us then. That's fine. I'm so glad you can all hear her.
So as I said, we've come a long way, baby, from the early days where we had 50 consumers on our PCA program, checks were handwritten, and now we've grown so much over the years, thanks in great part to June's leadership. As they say, time flies when you're having fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again really soon. Thanks again for tonight.
Thank you so much, Nanette. It's been fantastic working with you and being a part of your team. And I absolutely look forward to having you back. And we were so thrilled to be able to do this gift for you for the years that you have served NILP.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nanette. I would like to also now do another special recognition this evening. And this is a very important time for us. I actually have to say last year was the very first time that I was ever aware of, and I think I asked Nanette too, because she's my historian and resource. Last year was the first time anybody ever retired from NILP. And many of you may have remembered Marianne Miller retired after many, many years last year. Well, here is the year 2020, a year of many happenings. And one in particular is Jo Bauer. Jo Ellen Bauer is retiring this year and going on to her next adventure, which we would love for her to say a few words as well. Jo Bauer has been with our RLC program for 23 years. She has been a leader, a director, and someone who will do anything. She has marched from here to there and has been the total advocate. In the honor of her 23 years and retirement, we have a United States Senate proclamation from Senator Ed Markey, and it's a certificate of special congressional recognition presented to Jo Ellen Bauer for 23 years of service at Northeast Independent Living in recognition of outstanding and invaluable service to the community, signed by Senator Edward Markey. We have that, and Jo, we will make sure you get this. The other award of commemoration for your years of service, Jo Ellen, is that we have a letter, a proclamation from the Massachusetts Senate, and it reads that the state Senate official citation, be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Jo Ellen "Jo" Bauer in recognition of your 23 years of dedicated and committed service to the Northeast Independent Living Program. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends its best wishes for continued success, that this citation be only duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to, and a copy thereof transmitted by the Clerk of the Senate. Signed, President of the Senate, Karen Spilka. Attested, Michael Hurley, Clerk of the Senate, and offered by Senator Bruce E. Tarr and State Senator Diana DeZoglio. A very, very special honor for Jo Ellen. We have one more thing for Jo Ellen as well. As our second recipient of the Retirement On to New Adventures Award, we have a beautiful glass sculpture that we will be making sure you get. I would kind of like you to pick it up. I don't know how I'm going to send it. We'll have to insure it quite a bit. It is heavy glass with wonderful beauty, and it is an NILP peer-to-peer resources sculpture. So this is also a commemorative of your retirement. So thank you, Jo Bauer. Thank you for your years of service and your tireless advocacy. And may you please say a few words, because we'd all love to make sure that we hear from you. So thank you, Jo Ellen.
Thank you so very much, June, and all of my dear friends from NILP. Over the years, you have all become so close to my heart, and you will always stay there and be there. You have inspired me. You have challenged me. You have helped me to grow and develop as a person, as a professional, as a human being. I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity I've had to work with all of you. Some of you I've known longer than others, but it's just been the privilege of a lifetime to serve with all of you and to see all of the changes that we've gone through over time. And so again, I want to express my great appreciation for the opportunity to be of service and to work shoulder to shoulder with so many outstanding individuals. And I wish you all of the best going forward. And I will be watching you. I'll be watching to see how things develop and your progress going forward. And you will always be close to my heart. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Jo. And you are so missed. I see in the comments, even Helena is saying, oh my goodness, you're already missed. It's only been about a week and we still feel the pain already of missing you. So congratulations on your new adventures. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for our staff awards. And we are going to also have our 40th anniversary gala on April 10th. And in that venue, we will also be recognizing some of our community partners and some of our wonderful awards that we are going to extend into the annual gala. We're not going to do that this evening. We wanted to make sure, though, that we honored our staff at this important time. So now I will, Sheila, turn it back to you.
Great, thank you so much. And again, Joe, congratulations. It's been great working with you here at NILP. All right, so we're going to do a fun activity as we transition over to the next part of our meeting. So Allison is going to run a fun poll for us. So let's have Allison take it away.
Okay. So I'm launching the poll right now. And you're all able to vote. Hopefully you can see it right now. The question says, 30 years after the signing of the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, what do you think has improved the most for people with disabilities? Employment, education, healthcare, recreation, or transportation? And for those of you that are watching this on Facebook Live, you can put your vote in the comments. I will end the polling and share the results in about a minute.
Allison, I'm going to take over for the results because I think the sound is garbled and I'm not sure if it's garbled on my end as well as yours, but I will give results.
Able to hear me read the, okay. %50 people voted so far.
Okay, great.
31 out of 61.
We'll give people just a little bit longer.
Sure.
Panelists, you should be able to vote. All right, so we are at the 2-minute block, so I think we're going to end this poll. And so there's no actual answer to this. We didn't actually do research on it. We just thought it would be a fun thing for all of us to have some conversation about tonight as we talk about services for people with disabilities and celebrate the fact that 30 years have passed since the signing of the ADA. And so according to all of the individuals here at our meeting this year, there's the belief that employment is the one that has improved the most for people with disabilities. Coming in second is education, then healthcare, transportation, and then recreation. So a fun little poll just for us to do tonight. All right, so now we are going to turn our meeting over to our board president, Chris McNeil, for him to start the business side of our meeting tonight.
Thank you again, Sheila. As stated, I'd like motion to open the business meeting. I know the agenda indicates that I'll have some opening comments or president's report. However, I took care of that in the opening. So I will turn it over immediately to the treasurer report.
Hi, this is Lisa. Fiscal year 2020 was an odd year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. NILP has seen an increase in assets and liabilities. NILP also maintains a strong financial position as we enter fiscal 2021. Statements of the financial position as of June 30th, 2020 and 2019 can be found in our annual report. Anyone have any questions or concerns?
No.
We do have a poll available for you, Lisa, if you would like to do a poll to the audience to accept the treasurer's report.
Okay.
So we will run that for about a minute to give people's opportunity. You can also put your comment on Facebook to be a part of this poll. We're just about 50% there within 30 seconds. You guys are fast for this one. All right, so I'm going to end our poll. And our results is that we have 100% of people accepting the treasurer's report. All right. Thank you, Lisa. I am now
You're
going to have Chris come back on in order to do the election of our board member. Hold on a second. I need to add our interpreters. I got them off by accident. All right.
I just have, I guess for house cleaning purposes, do we need a motion to accept from the board the treasurer's report, or are we good?
Chris, this is David Bradburn. I think we're good. We have I also
Chris,
did the
este es
poll. I
David.
think we're
Oh, so you, okay, fine.
we're
just-
unanimous.
Estamos
I
bien.
just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Solo quería
Okay.
asegurarme. Gracias.
With that said, I'd like
Con eso dicho,
to,
me gustaría.
Sheila, do you have Peter's bio up?
Oh,
Sheila,
I
¿tienes la
apologize.
biografía de?
Yes, just give me a second. I will pull that
Sí,
up.
me
Okay.
disculpo ya. Ahorita lo voy a poner.
Sorry, Chris. I pulled up the agenda again. Give me one more second.
Ok, Chris, puse
Sure.
la agenda. Me dan un minuto.
All right, Chris, Peter's bio is now posted.
Okay.
Aquí está la biografía de Peter.
At this point, I'd like to, Sheila, start the poll
En este momento quiero que
to
Sheila
accept
empiece la
Peter as
encuesta
our latest board of directors
para que acepten a Peter como nuestro último
member.
miembro de la junta directiva.
All right, I'm going to take the bio down so that we
Voy
can
a
have our poll
bajar
ready.
la biografía y poner la encuesta de nuevo.
Allison, if you would run our poll, please.
Alison, ¿puedes correr la encuesta?
Do you approve of the new board nominee, Peter Blanchett?
¿Aprueban el nuevo miembro de la junta directiva, Peter Blanchett?
We're about 50% of our poll right now. We'll give it
Estamos a
a second.
50% de nuestra encuesta. Tenemos que esperar unos segundos.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm going to end our poll.
Voy a terminar la encuesta.
And we have a 100% approval to
Y
approve
tenemos 100% de aprobación
Peter Blanchett as a board member this year.
Peter Blanchett como miembro de nuestra junta este año.
Great. Welcome, Peter.
Welcome.
Bienvenido, Peter.
Would you like to say a few words, Peter?
Peter, ¿quieres decir algunas cortas palabras?
Yes, I just want to thank the board. I
Sí,
want to thank all
quisiera
the members
agradecer a la junta, a
for
los
a
miembros
positive vote. I'm
por
very
un voto
excited about
positivo. Estoy
joining
muy emocionado de
NILP,
unirme al NILP
and I promise I'll
y voy a
do the best
prometer
job that
que
I
voy a
can
tratar de hacer el mejor trabajo que yo pueda
for all of you.
para
Thank you
todos
very much.
ustedes. Gracias, muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Muchas
you.
gracias. Gracias.
All right, we are to the point of our meeting where we would
Estamos en el punto de nuestra reunión donde vamos a
have the opportunity for question and answer.
tenemos la
We're gonna
oportunidad de
have
hacer
June
preguntas y
lead us
respuestas.
in that.
Tenemos a June que nos va a guiar en eso.
Yeah, Sheila, can you
Sheila,
please see if you can switch the Spanish interpretation back to the Spanish channel? It's overriding. Is it possible?
I know we are having a difficulty with that at this time. I think the best we can do right now is to
tenemos problemas
try
con el
to
intérprete
space
en
out how we
español.
speak and have our interpreter wait until we finish instead of doing simultaneous interpretation. I apologize.
No worries. We can do that. Okay. Okay, so what we would have at this time, if there were any questions or comments that our participants would like to put into the chat, I would be glad to answer those questions. I know that this has been a great job done by everyone, but it is challenging for a Zoom meeting of this scale. So if you do have questions or comments, we'd be glad to answer them at this time. Okay, I don't see any questions.
No, I do not either, June.
No questions at this point.
Okay, thank you, Mark. All right, then let's move on then. And we have a wonderful slide presentation that we would then go to that would kind of pull together about the independent living movement. So for many of our participants, you've known us for a long time and you've been with us for a long time. But there may be some people who are relatively new to Northeast Independent Living or to the Independent Living Center movement. So for that reason, we have added the slideshow to sort of culminate the understanding and the background of who we are and why we are here. So Sheila, take it away.
Excellent, thank you so much. NILP's 2020 annual meeting. What is independent living? A movement, a culture, a program. America is home to 403 centers for independent living, 330 branch offices, 56 statewide independent living councils. Disability rights are civil rights. Ed Roberts is known as the father of the independent living movement, helped to start a national movement. Independent living activists have carried out some of the most daring protests in American civil rights history.
thanks to independent living activists. A comprehensive disability rights law, the Americans with Disability Act, was implemented in July 1990. Disability justice is about political organizing, legal change, and creating communities where we can all be ourselves without shame and with joy. Today, disability is everywhere. We are part of the workforce. High school graduation rates are up. We are living in the community. Airplanes, trains, automobiles are accessible. We are building families. Toys with disabilities are being sold. Any sport is possible. Anything is possible. We hope you enjoyed our disability movement presentation. Now our board president, Chris McNeil, will adjourn our meeting.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn our 40th annual Board of Directors meeting.
I'll second that. This is Kevin.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining our first virtual annual meeting for NILP. We hope you learned a lot about us as an organization and you learned more about the disability movement. Enjoy your night, and if you have any questions or want to learn more about us, please go to our website at www.nilp.org. Have a great evening.